Hey, Carlene DeArmond here. I decided to answer some questions I've been getting recently on my beliefs on God and the meaning of life in general. So, here goes. There are things that you believe that you cannot explain. I hate believing in things that I cannot explain. I absolutely refuse to do so if I can help it. I don't like being asked questions about what I believe because I don't think quickly enough about these things to be able to collect all my thoughts in my head and reproduce them in a way that makes sense to my inquirer. This video hopefully will shed some light on what I believe that I've not been able to express as easily as I would like. First, I am an atheist. I've touched on this before, but I thought I might go into a bit more detail for those of you who care to listen to what I say. I do not believe in a God. Obviously, that is the definition of atheism after all. If I ever believed in a God, it was with no integrity to my own mind. I have been agnostic, Christian of both Quaker and Disciples of Christ denominations, Buddhist, and now I am an atheist. So you cannot say that I became an atheist just on a whim. I am an explicit atheist, which means that I'm an atheist based on my own individual rational thought and conclusions, as opposed to being an atheist because I do not know that religion is a choice, which is what an implicit atheist is. I will not profess to ever know whether there is or is not a God, and I believe that if anyone professes to absolutely know that there is or is not a God, they are either very, very, very blind, in denial, or just plain stupid. I don't know. Anyway. But I base my life around the thought that there is not. Absolutely. If there is, and I will admit, as I said, that there is a slim chance, I would not care to believe in him because I have come to the conclusion that either he created earth and left, or he uses humankind as his playthings. If an all-knowing, all-loving God created everything in this earth and in this universe, we would have a utopia because he's supposed to love humans so much. We would have no disease, we would have no global warming, there would be no wars, no reason to go to war, etc., etc., etc. King and I moment. This whole mindset that I've got going on is often explained by Eve's biting the apple. Seems a bit childish to me, like, when you think about it, that God would take our utopia just because he happened to give humans free will. Oh my God. In this light, I simply choose to not believe because I choose to not have someone to blame for things that go wrong. Which is basically what you were doing when you pray. Basically, you're saying, oh my God, you totally screwed me over. Will you please fix this? That's what I did last time I prayed. I mean, like, when I was a Christian, I was like, oh God, why did you do this? Why wouldn't you fix it? Oh God, like that. And I know a lot of people don't hysterically pray like that, but a lot of people do, and I thought that I would comment on that. I also choose to not have anyone to praise for when things go right because I choose to claim my own victories. I desire to. It is an absolute must for me. I do not believe in God because there is no valid reason for God to exist. And I can elaborate more on this later if I get questions or requests or something of that nature. Next, I am an existentialist. Existentialism is the philosophy that life has absolutely no intrinsic meaning or value, and the only meaning it can possibly have is what man attributes to it. They say that you can be either a theistic existentialist or an atheistic existentialist, which basically means you don't have to believe in God if you don't want to, but you can. It really doesn't matter. I personally have a huge problem with this because I think it matters a lot to existentialism whether you believe in God or not. If you take existentialism seriously, you must be an atheist or at least agnostic. But if you take your theism seriously, like if you are really into worshiping God, then you cannot possibly be an existentialist in a very strong way. A theistic existentialist must believe that God had no use for Earth or humankind after he created it. Basically, he was like, okay, I'm going to create this big ball of whatever this is, and I'm going to put random walking things on it, and they're going to call themselves humans. Why not? And I'm going to put a bunch of animals, let's say, on it too, so they can do whatever they want to them, which, no, I don't think he said that. Anyway, so, and then, okay, so here we go, and I'm watching these people, and I'm watching these people interact with these animals. Oh my god, that guy killed that cow. That's so horrible. Why did I do this? Okay, I hate these people. I am bored. I am very bored, and I don't know how to fix this, so I'm going to leave now. Okay, and then God packs up his, well, probably doesn't pack up his bags. He probably has this, like, thing where you can just conjure whatever he needs out of, like, and then, well, figuratively, I guess, God packs up his bags and goes off to vacation somewhere else. Makes sense, I guess. So, what I'm wondering is why they believe at all. If God just created the earth and left, what is the point to believing in God? Well, I believe that the only way to live a full life is to realize that man creates his own meaning, and that the meaning is not the same for two individual men. That said, I wish to also state that I believe that there is no common morality. I believe that morals are all subjective, as I don't think men, two individual men, 2 or 3 or however many, believe that the exact same thing is right or wrong. Well, that said, I believe that an objective morality cannot exist. Universal morality cannot exist. And the only morality that exists is what you think it should consist of. Basically, it does not excuse a person from being an upstanding individual, basically challenges him or her to find the meaning of right and wrong for him or herself, within him or herself. Nothing exists on the same physical plane as man, so he cannot blame or praise anything supernatural for his own actions. I'm an existentialist because I desire to create my own meaning instead of having another person's meaning peddled to me. And that is the end of my presentation this time. Next time I might talk about something like vegetarianism or why I hate Picasso. Whatever you guys want me to talk about, just like comment. I like comments. Comment and tell me what you want me to talk about, and I will see what I can do. Alright? Awesome. Thanks for watching my first ever video on myself, and I hope that you liked it. Bye, guys.